What were
You were talking about the Van Gogh episode, though, specifically.
No,
That's a good,
I don't have any problem with sci-fi. I
You don't
love
think the
sci-fi is
idea-
my favorite like genre probably.
The idea of going back in time and I meet Van Gogh,
And
you
you're
can
like,
show him his future, and see how he feels about it. He's depressed. He's gonna kill himself.
he already did.
He already did, yeah, but not when you take him back from the past into the future. He didn't. But he does anyway.
No, he'd probably like freak out and have a panic attack on the way to the museum, and he'd be like, "Wait, fuck
he
art!
didn't know
What
he
are
was.
these things driving around?"
No, it was a well done moment because they talk to the museum guy.
it's
They
like,
don't know
what?
where they're going, and it's a
You're
specific
like,
exhibition.
That is a hot dog. A hot dog! Holy shit, that's amazing! And then he's like, "Art, God, man, life is so much better now." I don't even need to paint.
That's the point of it. It wasn't that it improved his life. It was just kind of this. Like, they bring him here and they talk to this guy who basically just starts relaying, like, the importance that Van Gogh had in, like, the history of art. And it's just this, like, I don't know, it's this really beautiful, like, moment of him.
And then Van Gogh's like,
seeing these people, like, appreciate him and his art in the future.
You find out Van Gogh's a hipster and is like, turned my art into a fucking exhibit. But he's more of like a Banksy style guy who's like burns down the art, the Van Gogh exhibit. That I would watch that. Instead, they're like, we got this. I feel like the episode was built from. They said
that's not whole episode.
We have this actor who looks like Van Gogh.
That's just the end of the episode.
This guy kind of looks like Van Gogh, dude. And he's like, takes a big hit. Man, what if Van Gogh like came back to life and could see his own museum?
The rest of the episode actually was about like invisible werewolves.
Of course it was. See,
it was something like that.
Invisible werewolves.
And they just met. Van Gogh was just there. It's just at the end where they do the museum scene. Like,
anyway,
they're like, "Here's something cool. We could show you your future."
You're right.
And
I hate sci-fi. I do.
Yeah, it sounds like it. But it's all about like what ifs, what if scenarios.
Yeah, that's sci-fi.
That's sci-fi.
Did I tell you I read Neuromancer not that long ago, and it made me realize how literally everything copies off of it. And it kind of blew my mind that book came out when it did.
Yeah, it's like the Matrix or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. That like
System Shock.
Every single piece of sci-fi, not sci-fi, but cyberpunk media, like the book was honestly almost unimpressive because everything in it you've seen before. But then if you put it in the context of, holy shit, this thing came out before all that other stuff, it makes you go, oh, like this is the granddaddy of cyberpunk.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, kind of, but I don't know. I was trying to list off things I read to prove I like sci-fi.
It didn't work.
Philip C. Clark.
Philip C. Clark. Do androids dream
of electric sleep.
Electric
Scanner
sleep.
darkly.
Scanner darkly. 1984.
No, not 1984.
It's sci-fi.
It's George Orwell. I was listing.
Orwell did
I was listing
Time Machine.
Yeah, I was listing Philip C. Clark.
Oh, why?
Because he has a lot of good books.
But he didn't do Neuromancer.
No, that was William Gibson.
Yeah, it was Gibson.
Snow Crash is also good.
Snow Crash, Snowpiercer.
Is that the train one?
Yeah.
That is Captain America in it.
Oh, Sean Evans.
Also, they have
Hot
a
one.
show. I think they made a television show.
They did,
after
yeah.
the movie. I don't know if it's any good.
I don't know.
I wonder if it's sci-fi.
Kind of. They literally live on the train or whatever.
Yeah, but that could be just real life.
I mean, sci-fi is just kind of like, it doesn't. I don't know what sci-fi is.
It has to have some kind of element of science.
Yeah, something that's like not reality. I guess. I don't know where I'm supposed to go.
It's open world level.
Yeah.
You have to search every nook and cranny.
Did you read A Clockwork Orange?
I didn't read it, but I've seen the movie.
Oh, you should read it.
Should I? The movie is kind of depressing.
Yeah.
Like, it's a good movie.
I think the book's
but it's kind of like
Well,
it's like The Road by Cormac McCarthy, where you're like, it's good, but like, I feel like I lost a part of my soul reading this.
Yeah. I don't know. The book is a different experience, I guess. That's the only reason I would say to read the book, because I don't know, he makes up his own language. It's really cool.
Interesting. That sounds cool. I
I
also had a
2001.
2001: A Space Odyssey.
Yeah.
I had a friend in college who like always wanted me to read it, and he had the symbol for serotonin tattooed on him.
Nice.
And I don't know.
Sounds cool.
I was just kind of like, maybe I shouldn't read this because
I don't like this
he's
guy.
recommending it to
I
me.
don't think I'll read his recommendations. He's weird.
He wasn't
That's,
weird.
That's fair.
Just
That's
kinda,
a fair assessment. I
yeah.
think I would do the same thing.
I judged a book by its cover. No, I mean I had already seen the movie too, so I was kind of like, oh well, I'll just I like the movies.
Yeah. That's fine.
What were we talking about? Sci-fi?
I guess so.
The Thing.
The Thing.
God, that's such a good movie.
That's a good movie.
Wait, why were we talking about sci-fi?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think you made fun of it again.
No, you said I hated sci-fi.
You said something
And I
shitty
was
about
like,
sci-fi.
I have to prove I like
I
sci-fi.
was like, what the heck? He keeps harping on about it. He really hates it. Star
they-
Trek.
Oh God.
Star Trek's good.
I could never get into
It's
it.
a communist paradise.
Right. It's supposed to be like this utopia, but there's always something bad happening.
Yeah. It's all about socialism
Um,
and how it's good.
we
should have done socialism.
they have he fights a lizard.
He does, yeah. That's one of the
Yeah,
good
with
episodes.
2 hands, 2
Yeah.
fists. He folds his fists up.
He does.
He has sex with all the aliens.
Yeah, I mean,
I've basically
can you
seen
blame
it.
him? Can you blame him?
Basically, I've seen Ahura, or what is her name?
She's not an alien.
No.
She's just a lady. She's just a woman.
She's just a lady. Well, that's pretty alien to me, but yeah, I don't know. Star Trek just never.
Oh, I just had to. Wait, no.
What is happening?
I'm trying to figure out what the heck. Clearly, I'm supposed to do something here.
You need some armor.
I don't know what to do. There's a freaking jet over there.
Can you shoot it?
It's obviously where I'm supposed to go. What haven't I done here? I'm gonna kill
Disable
myself.
island defense sentinels.
Did I not do that?
Didn't look like it. It's
Disable
not checked.
island defense sentinels. Oh, okay. I think maybe I know what to do. Maybe I didn't blow up the right things.
Oh, there's 2 paths.
Yeah, the other one just leads to a dead end. Yeah, what? Star Trek's good.
Is it though?
I like it a lot.
Isn't like only the one series good and all the rest everyone's like, eh?
That is not true.
Star Trek bald guy.
Most of them are pretty well liked. I would say like the first 4 or 5 are pretty well liked. I need to blow that up. Disable Sentinel 3. Yeah.
That's Discovery, right? Not Discovery. Enterprise.
Enterprise is kind of where people started to not like it so
Wait,
much.
I thought that was the bald guy one.
No, that's Next Generation.
Star Trek NG. That's the good one. That's like the one good one. And then because that one's good, everyone else is like, Deep Space Nine. It's like the edgy one, but it's really not that good.
That's crazy. Why would you say these things?
Is that not true? Is this not? I thought I
No.
picked stuff up on the internet.
No, most of them are pretty well. Like Next Gen is kind of like where they hit big for sure. That was where it got really popular. I will say, TOS was kind of underappreciated until then. Like people watched it, but they didn't like it as much. And then they're like, in revisiting, TOS is pretty appreciated now. Then beyond that, there's Voyager. People like Voyager.
Who's on Voyager?
Captain Janeway.
Yeah.
Captain Janeway.
I don't know who he is.
She. You just don't see women, do you? Women in positions of power. You just
no. I see them as equals. They're equal in every way, so I can use the same pronouns.
Yeah.
Okay.
Voyager's cool. It's they go through like a wormhole and they end up like way far away from humanity or like anybody.
Oh, I thought that was all of
They have to travel back.
the
No.
series.
And the other two, they're just exploring the universe.
Yeah, but aren't they all very formulaic and like they don't have an overarching plot really?
They have a vaguely overarching plot. It's not it is kind of one of those like Monster of the Week type shows, like kind of like an X-Files type thing, which is not inherently bad in my opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's stuff happens, like things change, status quos change every now and again.
The person with the red shirt dies.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, I knew that. See.
It's kind of a meme.
Yeah, I know my memes about Star Trek.
Well, it's mostly that happens mostly because like they're the security officers, so it's like yeah, they're gonna be the ones that are gonna die. But
I thought it was like a little Easter egg wink from the creators. You're gonna die.
that's awesome that happens. I was really prepared for that. I had 1 health and they were like, "Here's a boss." Awesome. Well, now I know what to do, so that I can knock this level out real quick.
I also think it's daunting to me. There's so many episodes of Star Trek.
I mean, yeah, Next
It's
Gen
like,
was really long.
no, it's like if someone was like, "No, dude, you should definitely watch One Piece." I'm like, okay, let me just watch 1,000 episodes
Yeah.
real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. That's
I'm not
sarcasm, by
made
the
of
way.
time.
I'm not going to do it.
What is it?
I'm not going to watch
gonna
1,000.
die
Also,
someday.
okay, this is my
Mrs.
chance to learn
Doubtfire?
something. One Piece.
Yeah.
The main character,
Luffy.
is he stretchy?
He's stretchy.
That's his main character power.
He ate a stretchy fruit or whatever they call the stretchy fruit, and then he got stretchy powers.
Is One Piece good?
One Piece is, I mean, I haven't watched
Oh,
it,
okay.
so I guess I'm not a good person to ask. I watched the like Netflix adaptation. I really like that one.
Oh, the live action is good?
That was really good.
Okay.
So I watched that at least.
Okay.
Um,
I'm curious
it seems
because
interesting. It seems like a show I'd want to watch.
there's
based on
been
that.
two separate people, like these people don't know each other, they're friends of mine, in the past like month that each were like, I think I'm going to start watching One Piece.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what do you mean? And they're like,
You'll
yeah.
never finish it.
Yeah, it's like, that's 1,000 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm also, and one of them, not the only one of them is also reading all the manga.
Both? I wouldn't do both. That's impossible.
Right?
I don't know. I've been feeling
But
more
it got
and
me
more.
thinking it might be good.
I'm sure it is. I mean, it's been going on for a long time, and
But this is I'm
Probably
getting
is
on
good.
my hot take box. Again, we're gonna die.
I am gonna die. I should have used missiles.
My hot take box. I'm being judgmental.
Mm-hmm.
If you told me the main character has stretchy powers, something about that just makes me not that interested. Maybe it's because I don't like Fantastic Four, but like, I don't know.
I get what you mean. I think it's just because it. Well, they can't hear me.
It just sounds like a really underwhelming power for a main character. To have. I'm gonna try and draw this out. He went to the bathroom. So it's probably gonna be silence for the next who knows how long. But yeah, I should not be so judgmental. It's possible that having stretchy powers turns out to be like the coolest thing I have ever seen in my life. But it just doesn't sound that cool. If they're like, hey, dude, there's this anime, check it out, it's about pirates. Oh, yeah? The main character, like that, do you remember that Stretch Armstrong toy from the 80s? That you could, like, pull on him and his arms go really long? Oh, yeah. Yeah, the main character can do that. And you're like, oh. Wow, that's... Okay.
Kind of stupid, and I hate that.
Yeah, I don't really want to watch that
This
show.
guy
What
sounds
do you
like
mean?
shit.
But then you go and then you're like, but guess what? What? It has 1,000 episodes. Holy shit! It must
Well,
be.
now I want to watch.
I mean, I don't know.
I get what you mean. Stretchy powers, real boring. but you have to think about the storytelling potential.
Yeah, you could do neat stuff.
It's it's like with comic books. It is kind of like, you know, sometimes you think like the stories are driven entirely by how cool the character is, but that's not true.
Fair.
It's
I
the
love
writing, it's
Daredevil.
the storytelling.
But if you sold it as a blind guy,
He's a blind guy.
might
He's
be
got a
like-
stick.
I might be like, that's not that cool. And then you're like,
cringe.
but he actually is cool. And I'm like, whoa.
Well,
And you put it that way.
Yeah.
Or like there's a guy who's like a spider. Okay, actually,
Yeah.
Spider-Man inherently sounds
Spider-Man is cool, yeah.
kind of cool. What's another stupid?
Well, I mean, there's a lot that don't
Wolverine
even really have
heals
powers.
really fast.
He's got blade fingers.
Yeah, that's actually pretty cool too.
Could be cooler. I don't know.
Yeah,
Could be cooler.
I mean, but in my mind immediately, if you have healing, I already think, okay, how long? How like, you're already starting to go. What can you survive? How long have you been alive? Are you like ageless? So there's a lot of cool stuff inherent to just healing factor.
True.
I'm trying to think of a lame main character. I mean, Daredevil's kind of the prime, because it's like he's just blind with good senses.
There's Ant-Man. I don't know if that's a good example.
Ant-Man's kind of good. Oh, he can get big or small.
Yeah.
Well, he can't really. He can only get big every once in a while.
Yeah, but the problem with that, I don't know if there's any like really good Ant-Man stories necessarily.
Yeah, I mean, it's
So I don't know if
fair.
it's a good example, but you know,
If
it was a good
storytelling,
Ant-Man movie. It was good.
storytelling failed Ant-Man.
They just didn't know what to do with that
see.
character. It's all dependent on the writers and their vision and what they want to do. the story
Superman
they
is
want
the
to tell.
most boring character.
That's kind of true, but he's got
Like-
some really good stories, for sure.
That's my biggest flaw. Is like, I know that part of mentally, I'm sure there are interesting Superman stories, purely because they have to write around the fact that he's like overpowered. Like that forces the writers to kind of come up
I'm
with
so fucked.
interesting and creative storytelling.
God damn it. Yeah.
But inherently, I just am not. There's nothing about Superman that appeals to me. Like from a character, like on the surface standpoint, like it just annoys me. It's like, who approved that he be like this? And like I said, I understand that it forces the stories to adapt. But like, I don't know, just no interest in it.
Yeah, I mean, Superman. I mean, he was like one of the OG superheroes. Like he was created in like the 30s. So they're just like, let's make a guy that can do everything.
Yeah,
And
but
that's
they
just
have.
what they did.
They also have Batman for that. Like-
Batman can't do anything.
Batman is way cooler to me
He's just a guy in a
conceptually
suit.
because it's just a guy. Isn't that beautiful? He's just
Yeah.
a dude, and he's like
But these, yeah.
he's like super.
Um.
The more magical your powers get, like, and the more like God status
Dang
you
it.
attain, the less interested I am.
Um.
To me, it's just
Yeah.
it's just for me.
I thought you said the more boring the character sounds is the less interesting. Like if they have stretchy powers,
Yeah.
that's less interesting than
Well,
if they
that's
have God
less.
powers.
That's more just like that just that
feel
screams
like there's a
that
conflict
screams side character power, doesn't it?
Sure. I mean, yeah, sure. I would say that.
That's my main
I
issue.
agree
Is
with
like
that.
your main character, you pick stretchy arms. It's not even that I doubt you could make that powerful. Like I'm sure they get into all sort of weird techniques with whipping the arms and like. I'm sure there's all kinds of crazy stuff in 1,000 episodes they did, but you're never gonna escape the fact that it's stretchy arms. Like
Yeah.
it is not. That's not. Unless it's inherent, and it could be in the show, like built into sort of the joke of it or something. I don't
It's not
know.
really it is kind of an OP power for Luffy, really, because he's kind of immortal. I mean, he can just stretch his body, and he can't get really shot. His basically his skin turns to like rubber, so he's like you can't really shoot him. He just can bounce bullets back off. He can stretch into like literally anything. It's just
Yeah, but does that sound? You usually, I feel like you either pick something cool, or something funny. I don't know, for your main
God,
character.
it's a stupid game, man.
You're not gonna have enough health.
Everything takes way too long. It's like I transition to the missile and it takes like an hour. And then I get shot up the whole time I'm trying to do that. Ugh. Oh, that's fine. Okay.
That
sorry.
thing's gonna kill you.
Yeah. I think One Piece has a lot more going on than that. It's the characters, you know. It's
Yeah, I
it's
should.
the anime.
I'm doing the worst thing someone can possibly do, which is talk about stuff that I haven't watched. Although I'm not really talking about it
I
in
get
depth.
this. I get the sentiment. It's like, yeah, everybody does that, right? It's like you look at something and you just decide what you're gonna watch and what you're not, based off like
Your
window
initial-
shopping and whatever.
Yeah.
So everyone does that, but I don't know.
I'm sure it does have a
Sometimes
lot to offer.
It's often a very flawed way of, you know, you can't really decide if something's actually going to be good or not based off that. It's just like kind of a feeling of like whether or not I'm going to decide to actually watch it, right?
Yeah, there's nothing worse than committing to something bad.
That's true, but you just stop watching it after that.
Yeah, but then you go, God damn, I'll never get that time of my life back.
How was I supposed to win that battle?
You
They fucking rammed me into a wall and
don't have enough
shot me up
health.
with guns. I didn't have enough guns, but I got body armor.
You did. It is true.
I think I have it this time. I just need to transition the missiles before I get to the things I need to blow up. That's the problem.
Who's the coolest X-Man?
Oh god, out of like all of the
Out of
X-Men?
all of the X-Men.
Like all of them?
Yes.
Holy shit. I personally would probably say somebody like maybe Psylocke. I really like Psylocke.
Is that with the swords?
Yeah, so she's the sister of Captain Britain. And then she got like transferred. She has like I guess she can kind of like it's kind of like Green Lantern sort of powers.
She can use psionic energy to
Yeah.
make physical objects.
And then she's trapped in the body of like a Japanese assassin. It's not her body, so it's a complexity of the character that it's not her body, and she's kind of like
X-Men's the best, man.
yeah. So it's got its own like everything. It's got its own like lore.
It has its own
completely
dimensions.
separate from.
It literally does. It
does,
literally
yeah.
has its own dimensions of
Yeah.
like where people like Nightcrawler or Azazel go to when they teleport. They have the astral plane. Like
Yeah.
it's kind of cool.
Yeah, I also like Nightcrawler's really cool.
Yep.
The dude that grew up with just as like a mutant. He was like a carnival act, I believe. He was like treated as a.
Yeah, and it's interesting because from a visual standpoint, you see his powers and you think,
oh, I didn't get that.
He's just teleporting, but
Yeah.
he's actually shifting to another dimension and moving and then shifting back.
Yeah.
Which is like kind of cool to think about.
There's a lot of like rules to it. He has
Yeah.
to, if he doesn't like know or can like, I don't know if
He
he
can-
has to be able to see it, but
he
he
can
has to
mess
be able
up.
to picture it in his head where he's going,
Yeah.
or else he might just teleport into a wall and die.
Yep.
It's cool. It's cool.
Also, a really cool scene at the beginning of X-Men 2 when he infiltrates the White House, and it's like peak Nightcrawler action. Oh, it holds up today. It's so well choreographed.
Oh man.
It's like how someone, if you could teleport like Nightcrawler would, how he would fight, where it's like carrying forward his momentum, and it's so good. Best part of the X-Men.
Yeah, for sure.
I have such a soft spot for those first three movies. Yes, I said three, even though the third one is ass, kind of.
Yeah.
I still love it. It's X-Men. It's just good. So Psylocke. They did a representation of her in the new X-Men Apocalypse, I think.
Yeah, she was in ones before that, wasn't she? That one's not new.
Well, I meant the
Said it
newer.
new.
I meant the new. It's the newest like stretch of X-Men movies. That you had
I mean,
Days of Future Past. It's that same, timeline or whatever as Phoenix. You have
Dark Phoenix
Apocalypse.
is after Apocalypse.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Is you have.
But it's not the new.
Yeah, I meant. I was trying to
Confused.
differentiate it from the first three.
Oh yeah. Okay, but
Like it's not.
It wasn't the first of that either. It was Days of Future Past, I think.
She wasn't in that. She's only in Apocalypse.
That might be true.
Because she's
Played
one
by
of the
Olivia
four,
Munn.
She's one of the four. Yeah, Olivia Munn. She's one of the four horsemen.
I grew up watching Olivia Munn on Attack of the Show.
You pervert.
Is that pervert?
They had her on there
I
for
love
sexual.
that show.
I never even saw that show. I just know that like.
Oh, they did kind of.
It's like, here, eat this hot dog that's hanging from the ceiling.
They work
What the
out
fuck?
a weird.
What was
their
TV
female
back
hosts.
in the day?
I will concede that. That's true.
But to be
Kinda
fair, I
awkward
never
in
watched Attack of the
hindsight.
Show.
love this
I saw clips and was like, they're just sexualizing her, or she's sexualizing herself, or something.
Yeah, kind of. I always felt like they had more respect maybe for Olivia Munn than the like later host, but maybe I was just imagining that. Maybe I had more respect for her. I don't know. She had a way better dynamic with Kevin, who was the other host. She was just way like funnier and more. They had a way better parlay.
Is it like this? They talked about video games.
They talked about everything, so it was kind of like nerd culture sort of oriented. So they would talk about like comics. They would talk about like movies, TV shows, music. If there was like a new Blu-ray or a DVD collection or something releasing, they'd like review the collection. Look at all this cool stuff that comes with the Blu-ray. I'm gonna fucking die again. Oh no.
You did
I
it.
didn't die. Oh, thank God. I was so sure.
You did it.
I was so sure I was dead there.
I believed in you. Oh, that's Nightshade.
No, yeah, we've been with her.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't paying attention to the game.
She's been with us the entire time.
Sorry, it's a lot to talk about. I have to think about these topics before I answer. Like, who's?
Oh, by the way, we never acknowledged it, but Dominique, we never saw her again after she fell off the building.
So she's still alive.
Pretty sure she's dead. No, I think she's dead. I think she
you
does
could
die.
survive that fall, though.
I think she dies there.
Yeah, probably.
But it's weird because like I
It
don't
just
know,
it doesn't
just
even.
kinda
It shows
lives
only
on.
the start of her fall, and then
But it's like, how
He
would
quit-
he have saved her? There's no way she survives that.
no, she's dead. But it's funny that Bond doesn't even like.
He doesn't even care.
He doesn't care. He's got another. He's got Zoe.
Oh,
now.
Jen. Merry Christmas.
Oh, there's people on that bridge.
I'm supposed to blow it up.
There's people on it.
Bam, bam.
Also, why are you flying under
Bad
it?
moment. Yeah, it's a bad decision. It's cool. He's
It
just
is
a cool
cool.
guy.
It is
Bond is a
Bond.
cool guy. He just does the cool
That's
thing.
what he does.
It's like, if there's a cool way to do this, I'm gonna do it that way and no other way.
You have no life. What happened? What hit you? Or is that carried over?
Oh no, I'm carried over. Yeah,
Okay.
it just does that for some weird reason. But if
Seems
I die, it'll
you get
reset my
full-
life.
Yeah. That seems fair.
It seems just kind of dumb. Like let's just cut out the middleman here. Kind of like, makes me just want to like just die so I can get full health.
I mean, it's technically the more. Assuming you're going to die, it's the more efficient way. Otherwise,
that's true.
you could get to the end of this level and take one bullet, and then
Yeah. I'm more likely to die than to not die. I like to think of it that way.
that's a good way to think about it.
Shoot this family on vacation.
It won't let you.
Dang.
Its targeting chip is set to divert from innocence.
Trying to think of other X-Men that I like. Did we move past that conversation?
We can go back to it. We didn't really move past it. The Blob. He's pretty cool.
That's true. Toad.
I like the one
Toad.
kid who can change the TV with it by blinking.
Oh yeah.
He's really cool.
Yeah. What
Toad. What happens to a toad when it gets struck by lightning? Same thing as anything else. Classic line. Toad. Magneto's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Cyclops.
Maleficent. What's her name?
Yeah, Maleficent.
Morrigan.
Mystique.
Mysterio.
Mystique's pretty cool.
She's cool. She's really cool.
She's
She's one of the really cool.
I didn't like Jennifer Lawrence playing her though.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah.
But it's cool, the idea of being able to change.
She's a very sad, tragic kind of character.
Yeah.
She also has kind of a Nightcrawler sort of deal.
Yeah, except she's hot. Like,
She's blue and she has like scales.
I know, but it's so funny because you'll see a picture of especially Jennifer. Forget Jennifer Lawrence,
Yeah.
but like, it's hot. Like and they're like, look at this monster. Who would ever want to be with it? And you see like 1,000 nerds just be like, yeah, we would fuck her. We would fuck Mystique. What? No, she's a monster. Look at her. It's like she's practically naked walking around. It's like, it's so weird to me. If you're gonna do that storyline, I sort of feel like you have to make her much more unattractive or something.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. In the comics, she's definitely like scarier. I think in the blue form.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like there's always gonna be a certain demographic of people that are gonna be enticed by her, no matter how she looks. They could make her really like obese. I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of what I mean. More so, is like
just blobby. But even then, there's probably some people who be like, "Whoa,
yeah,
I like that."
Yeah, but I mean, I think generally the Mystique as she's portrayed in the movies, like, you may be a little weirded out by it, but it's not like you'd be like, oh, like in a world where mutants exist, you're like, you fucking freak. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe people would be
You'd
like
be like
that.
Magneto. You're like, I want to see the real you.
No, I said
No.
the real you. Perfection.
Perfection. Yeah.
Yeah,
This was this classic.
that is the classic meme.
Um.
Magneto's cool. Professor X is okay.
Professor X sucks.
His sister's cool.
Who's his sister?
I forget her name.
You sure you're talking about his sister?
Yeah, he had.
Are you talking about Moira?
Yeah, he had.
That's not his sister.
Yeah, it is. No, not
They
Myra.
have like a love interest.
No, not Myra. It's not in.
Who's his sister?
I can't say more.
Who the heck's his sister?
No,
I don't
I
even
can't.
know who's his sister.
He had a twin sister
He did?
that
Oh, is it the?
she died in the womb.
Oh, I have a vague memory of something like that.
I don't remember her name.
She probably didn't have one.
No, she did, because she
Wait,
lives in like the astral plane or something.
Nah, this is sounding so familiar to me.
She has a cool name too. I just can't remember what it's like.
Frick.
Cyanado or something.
Cyanado.
It's not Cyanado.
That's pretty cool.
That's kind of cool.
Juggernaut. Juggernaut's not an X-Men,
Juggernaut.
though. He's just a dude with a suit.
He's just
And a ruby.
unstoppable. I love how they tried to make it a power in the third movie, and they're like, his power is that once his momentum gets going, he can't be stopped. And I was like, no, bitch, he's just fucking strong.
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch.
Like, you know who you're messing with? Oh, I'm the Juggernaut, bitch. That's like the best part of that movie. That's Elliot Page, isn't it? She
Is
plays Kitty Pryde.
Oh, yeah, she does. Kitty Pryde
Kind of a cool
is
power.
whatever.
I mean,
can
she
walk
uses
through
it
things.
kind of. You should be like extremely OP, right? Because you could like
you can
fight
walk through
if you
anything.
learned hand-to-hand fighting. Couldn't you like stick your hand in their heart? But maybe that
Yeah.
would. I don't know if that would.
You could do that.
I don't know if that would hurt your hand. I don't know.
She's probably done that in the comics, I bet.
Probably.
She's there's like I'm a little biased because there's a specific writer that like loves that character like a lot, and I think is it Bendis, Brian Michael Bendis?
This sounds familiar.
He's the guy that created Miles Morales,
Okay.
and he's a good writer technically, but he uses her way too much. He's
much.
like in love with her.
Isn't that weird? There's like I've
she's
heard
not
there's
that
like
interesting.
self-inserts and people who like have crushes on the characters, so they like write storylines that they're self-inserts. I didn't realize all that.
Yeah, or
like,
they overestimate their importance.
yeah.
Like acts like she's some sort of like team leader and everybody loves
That's
her.
my thing. Okay, to be fair, I don't know too much, but I always hated from the movies Rogue
Oh,
and how they tried to make her like a important character. It felt like, which I guess I don't know from the cartoons. I never really watched the cartoons. Is she an important character?
I mean,
I just didn't
from
like
the cartoons
Rogue.
and from the comics. Yeah, she's pretty important because she started out as a villain, and then she absorbed like Captain Marvel, like Carol Danvers, and then like Carol Danvers basically like lived inside her for.
That's kind of creepy.
It's really traumatic. Like actually, Captain Marvel has like one of the most like darkest, depraved, like traumatic backstories. It's like there's that. There was she was like raped by her future, raped by. It's convoluted. There's an interdimensional guy who wanted to give birth to himself, and so he had to impregnate somebody so that they would give birth to him in that reality.
Oh my god.
So he like mind controls her and then rapes her, and then so she'll give birth to him. And that happens.
This is the Superman of this universe too.
That's Captain Marvel. That happens to her, and the Avengers all are like. They just act like it's like they didn't even realize she was under mind control. They're like, this is weird that she's doing this.
Just like, well, she consensually had.
They assume it's like consensual.
In this universe where people have all different kinds of powers.
They're like, well, I don't get it, but
she must have said yes to this interdimensional being impregnating her.
Yeah, but it's actually. I mean, I was gonna say it's a cool moment. It's horrible, but like she shits on them and like leaves. She's like, "Fuck all of you, you're horrible people." Like, there's no way I would have wanted to do that.
Are there X-Men on the Avengers?
Leaves the Avengers. Are there X-Men on the Avengers?
Yeah.
Yeah, occasionally. I mean, Wolverine's been on the Avengers.
Yeah.
Oh, Beast was was one of the main Avengers for a while.
Kind of surprising.
I mean, there was back in the day when the X-Men wasn't kind of established as its own thing. It kind of grew into its own mythology after a while, where they kind of could keep it very separate and just kind of do their own thing with it. But there's a large period of time, from like the 60s to even the 90s, that giant-size X-Men, like, wasn't that established a mythology really yet. I think with like the Fox movies, they kind of started isolating it a little bit, and then they developed a lot more stuff. But it does, it had some stuff.
Did you ever see that new X-Men movie called like New Mutants or something?
I did.
Is it good?
I liked it. It was critically panned. Everybody hated it for some reason. I thought it was fine for what it was. I think people were just mad because it was like the last X-Men movie. Before they were like bought out by Fox, and they're like, this is kind of stupid. But like, there were a lot of things I liked about it. Like it was the New Mutants, so they had like they had magic. Magic.
Yeah.
Magic's really cool.
There's this one character I never see called Cannonball.
Yeah, Cannonballs. They have Cannonball as well. It's cool. It's kind of like a horror themed, like X-Men thing. It's really its own thing, but they go into some of the darker mythology, and it's all about these teenagers who have kind of powers that are a little more traumatic than anything else.
Huh.
Not really fun powers to have.
Yeah. Like
Cannonball, he can like shoot himself with like a cannonball, but it like he gets horribly injured every time he does it. So it's actually not that great. He just gets bruises and breaks his limbs and shit.
Yeah, I may have to check that out then.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's amazing or anything. Like, it's not like gonna change your life, but it was fine. I enjoyed it. I thought it was interesting for what it was. I don't know why people hate it. I really have no idea. I was like, it's fine. It's like a good movie, I think. I don't know. I have a habit of trying to talk people out of stuff when they've already said they want to watch it. Like,
yeah, now
well, if you don't like it,
I don't really want to watch
like,
it.
I gotta cover my bases in case you don't like it.
If I watch it, then I don't like it. I'm like, Wes, what the fuck? You convinced me to watch this movie.
Yeah, like you're gonna get mad at me. I need to not do that. It's a bad habit I have.
They are rebooting the X-Men universe, right? Or are they incorporating it now?
I haven't seen the new Deadpool movie, so I don't know what's going on with that. It looked like there's a bunch of multiverse stuff. I've been seeing memes.
Yeah, but it's a Deadpool movie. Like, it's like...
Yeah, but it's part of Disney. They're definitely going to use it to set up shit, if it's part of the MCU now, they're going to use it to do that. But whatever it did, I don't know, but... Fuck. It's
Used to love-
impossible.
Used to love Colossus.
They already had Colossus.
Yeah, I know.
Good work so far, 007.
But I like him as a character. But I
Oh
don't-
yeah, Colossus is good.
I don't really like.
To destroy them
I
before our forces
so I played these games called X-Men Legends.
Oh, we should play those.
They were a lot of fun, and they gave me some lore and backstory on
Yeah,
X-Men.
they're made by the same people I think that did the Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
They
games.
are. I was just about to say I also played the Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
Those games are good.
I played the first one. I don't think I played. There's one that's like a or a Switch exclusive. I think
A Twitch exclusive?
Switch exclusive.
Oh,
I think
yeah, they made like a
Ultimate
new
Alliance
Marvel.
3, yeah.
Yeah, they did do that. I don't think people liked it though. I think it was kind of people were kind of disappointed by it.
Mm.
I don't remember. I didn't play
Also
it.
won a new Blade movie.
They're planning it.
Yeah, I don't know that it's gonna happen.
Why wouldn't it happen?
Keeps getting delayed.
Okay. I don't know.
But that
I don't
sucks.
really know any of
Blade
those.
is cool.
See, I have to use missiles on this.
We need
thing.
more cool superheroes.
Is Blade cool?
Yeah,
Do you think Blade's cool?
He says some motherfuckers always trying to ice skate uphill. That's pretty good.
That's pretty cool.
That's
that you
pretty
said
cool.
that.
I don't know if Blade's cool or if Wesley Snipes is cool.
Yeah.
I heard he's a huge dick. He's a massive dick, like on set, but he seemed like the coolest motherfucker. Like,
Yeah.
but I don't know if that makes Blade cool. I don't know anything about Blade from the comics, so everything I know about Blade is tied up in Wesley Snipes.
He's a vampire guy. He does vampire stuff,
No, he kills vampires.
but he's half vampire also.
He's a daywalker.
That's true.
Is he? Okay. I have to be. This is not racist. Is he a daywalker?
Well, now I know it's not going to be racist.
Is he a daywalker specifically because he's black and like the melanin blocks the sun? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh.
is that not it? Or
No, it's because he's only half vampire, isn't it? Like his mom was a vampire or something?
I don't know. But the reason I say that is because in the movies, which I realize this is probably not the case, but in the movies, if you recall, the bad guys put sunscreen on to be able to go out in the sun. So that's my mind is when I was younger, especially. I was like, he's a daywalker because
Oh my
he can.
god, that's a good point. That's good lore.
You know,
Could be true.
I thought I had a little something going,
Fan theory, film theory.
but you could
Is
probably
Blade-
just say that the sunscreen thing was meant as a joke. I don't know. They actually use it though, so it's kind of weird. Those
I
movies.
feel like there's probably no way they intended that, but actually I don't know.
Those are good.
Blade
Those
was
are
made
good,
back in like the 70s, I think.
good movies.
Yeah, true.
They're like the
Blade would
best.
be a good character to do a thing with now. I'd watch a Blade thing, I think.
Would you watch a Spawn thing?
Yeah, absolutely,
yeah,
I
I
would.
think I would too.
Spawn's good, but that's not Marvel at all. That's a
Dark
what was
Horse.
it? No, it was Image, wasn't it? Image Comics.
I don't know. Todd
Yeah,
McFarlane.
yeah, it's his. Yeah, it's a complete like independent thing. Spawn is like its own,
Universe.
its own thing. Yeah, it's not Marvel. It's not DC. It's
So
just
didn't he
Spawn.
do a crossover with like who's
Probably.
the devil guy with the big arm?
Hellboy?
Hellboy. Didn't he?
Maybe. I don't
I
know.
don't know why I thought they
Possible.
maybe had some kind of.
They might have. I don't know. I
Did you
think
see
Hellboy is also independent. It's not-
Hellboy's got a new movie coming out. It actually looks pretty good too.
Didn't it come out already?
No, it's got a new. We got a new
A new one?
new deer. It came out. I saw a trailer a couple weeks ago.
Oh, actually, yeah. It looked like
it looked kind of interesting.
unrelated. Yeah, it was like, what was it?
It's like older, and they're like it's set in its.
It was like a horror movie.
Yeah,
it
it's
looked
more like a horror movie.
I was like, this is interesting.
Kind of interesting, yeah.
It's like they're making a new Hellboy, like they're rebooting it, but not like dealing with, I don't know,
All the other shit.
anything about like it, like why is it Hellboy? I don't know.
I kind of like that though. I
do
always
kinda
said.
like it, actually.
I always said that the.
I think that's the end. That fucking plays
You're
right,
right
there.
there. I think I always said that, especially early on. I remember way back when Ant-Man was coming out, it was like the very beginning of this superhero craze, and you were thinking of all the possibilities of what people could do. And I hadn't even seen Ant-Man yet, but I had heard it was a heist film. And I just
Yeah.
remember thinking, there are so many superheroes and all these characters that they're finally going to tap into.
Yeah.
And there's so many genres of movies they can make. Like, you can pick the darker kind of heroes and make a horror film out of it. Like, not even just a slasher or a thriller or a spy espionage movie. Or, you know what I mean? Like, you have all
for
these
sure.
genres and styles you could tap into.
Mm-hmm.
And instead, they just ended up making the same movie over and over again.
Yeah, they
It's
kind
kind
of
of
hit.
depressing. And now I saw that trailer for the Hellboy movie, and I was like, that's cool. That's a cool idea, you know?
Yeah.